Greetings and welcome to Reading with the Real Intuition. My name is Royal and I will be your messenger from the divine today with your past life regression pick a team reading. Now, I was influenced by a very close friend of mine to do this subject. And I'm actually very excited to share all 4 teams with you today. After I get done with this intro, I will give you time to meditate, pause on which team is calling to you from a higher level of consciousness. Okay. And I do want to give that shout out to my dearest friend, Gabrielle Smith. I will link her YouTube down in the description because she is also coming into the awareness of her gifts of mediumship plus more, very psychic aware. Okay. So yeah, guys, check her out. She is totally awesome. But I am very grateful that she came to me in a sense of tapping into this energy. And when I tell you, this is probably one of my favorite pick a team readings that I've done thus far. I'm not kidding. It got real. All the teams were different, but they all made sense. So without further ado, I really hope that this answers some questions as to how your present life is reacting compared to the past life or lives that you've had. I do incorporate if you were a spirit animal, what animals you could be drawn to, what blockages or the fears of adjustments are aligned. I give a 1-card detail on the love situation you're in now, but if you're interested in the future for a past love reading, drop it in the comments below. Okay, don't hesitate, interact with us. We are all one big tribe. We are one. Okay, my baby aliens. I do want to inform you 2 last PSA subjects. I will be doing YouTube lives more towards the evening and night shift of $25 lives. Those readings consist of about 15 minutes of me tapping into your energy and pulling what you need out of your situation that you are questioning about. Feel free to join us, and if you are also interested, it is the holidays when I am posting this. So if you want to be entered into a giveaway of 3 winners of a free reading with me, subjects will be sent via Snapchat, or I can go on YouTube Live and post that video in an unlisted category. All you have to do is save the video so you can keep that data in your record of our session. Okay, all you have to do to enter this giveaway is put a comment down below. That's all you got to do, and I will enter you in. You know what? That's too easy. Put your first name beside it so I know that's why you're commenting. Okay, y'all. So without further ado, I will give you some moments to meditate and regenerate your past life regression, and we will get started here shortly with Team 1. Thank you again. Greetings and welcome Team 1 to your past life regression pick a team reading. If you chose the image of the sacron jewel formed back together after finding all of the missing sacred shards, this is your reading. And let me tell you, I'm doing yours and Team 3's reading the next day compared to 2 and 4 I did first. But I shuffled your cards out last night.
And your spiritual team has a lot. Your past life version of yourself has a lot to include in your reading. There was more cards that came out. Like, you're gonna hear this. I am getting so much, like, there's a demanding sense that you're gonna get it this lifetime. Like, literally, like, in a weird way, I see this reading as a few people that I already know in person. And so if you're watching me and I'm calling you out, sorry. I guess get with the program of this lifetime, okay? Okay, pumpkin. So I hope you sit back, relax, enjoy, get you something to drink, get you a little snack, okay? And I like dressing up. I like doing the most, so I just felt like this was the fit that was called for y'all. So let's get started. Were you a male or a female in a past life? Well, I'm definitely picking up you were a male. Okay, we have the Hermit card out here, Virgo energy. Okay, you could have been a doctor, I mean, or like a apothecary, dealing with the medicines, dealing with the healing, but like physical healing. Okay, like a nurse or a call-in doctor, something like that. Like, I'm just seeing like you in your past life had the skills and ability to I'm hearing revive someone. Okay, how many past lives did you possibly have as well? Let's get that real quick, please and thank you, spiritual team 1. Okay, you are very new and living life, so you have between 1 to 2 past lives. Okay, or 3 tops. This could be your 3rd, or you could be in your 4th life. So that's interesting. I'm also getting the life path 1 or 2, as well as the zodiac signs of Aries and Taurus. Okay, all right. How were your partnerships in your past life? Well, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. And we have the Lovers. I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to just say this. I have to keep my ringer up because my daughter's in school. I will turn it down just a tad bit, though, because it throws me off guard a little bit. All right, Sarah, leave me alone. Someone's name could be Sarah that's reading, receiving this. Why the fuck can't I talk? When I got done with Team 2 and Team 4 yesterday, I was doing what I needed to do and picking up around my home, and something came to my mind about pretty privilege, or like being bestowed things based off of your looks or based off of like what you can get out of people. This was the energy I was picking up on, was you, Team 1. It's like your spirit team, your spirit guides literally was coming to me before I even pulled the messages, as in like a forewarning that y'all was gonna be a little hard-headed. A little bit. Y'all was real hard-headed. Although I do get you were a bit of a loner. Like, I don't see that you had a lot of company around you. I do see that you were timid and to yourself, and you led by example, but it wasn't the best example, if I can say that. In the past life, you were not spiritual at all. At all. You didn't have a spiritual bone in your body. I feel like that kind of progressed on to this life too. Like, maybe you do like a tad bit, like you know it's there, you know it's real, but like you don't wear it on your sleeve that you have a divine purpose to be here. And if you do, it's very far few in between that you lead from that. Okay, so let me get back to the reading. With your partnership, this is showing me that yes, the both of you, there was a intimacy, there was a love. This is Gemini energy, this is Aries energy, and this is Earth sign energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, heavy Earth energy out here. But there was like I don't know, because once you got married or tied the knot or got hitched before like today's time, within the past 40 years at least, okay, you married that person, you stayed with that person. I feel like this connection, this past person, there was definitely a sense of like a genuine connection, a genuine love, you know, compromise of both when it comes to the emotional sense. Here's the thing. There was such a huge fear of creating this like empire together. Like, it's like neither one of you truly invoked yourself into living a prosperous life, building generational wealth, which kind of sucks because your ancestors, like not your ancestors, your generations down the line bared this burden. Okay. It's like, if you don't get it right this time, you're going to have to do it again in the next life. So I'm just letting you know, like, if there's something that you want to do, because I see you being so indigenous in something you want to pursue in life. Okay, but this ain't gonna work. The fear of having more than what you have was huge between you and your like partnership. Okay, the love's there. Sometimes like what's love got to do with it, baby? If you're not building something together with a person that you love, what good is having that dynamic? And I see y'all could have been a power couple. That's the fucked up part about it. But this fear coming in, like, if you don't want to let the tower fall down so you can build from scratch your own domain, that's a problem. I'm just a messenger. Don't come at me in my comments. I don't want to hear your shit because I know. Okay, so back to the point. How was your family life in your past life? So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Pretty privileged. By yourself. This is a single lady's card. This is a single man's card. Like, you were perfectly fine when you didn't have to deal with another body or bodies or energies. And it's giving me selfish. It's giving me very much selfish, Team 1. I'm sorry. I'm like, it is what it is. Look at your ancestor, your past loved one, like with you, trying to wake you up and guide you. And it's like, you admire the beauty within, but there's, lo and behold, the snake between his legs. Like, you know, I'm seeing Queen Charlotte, like not Bridgerton, Queen Charlotte, the series. And she was getting on to all her offsprings that they need to bear an heir. And it was like, but y'all keep giving me bastard babies. And this and that. Like, okay, not a single royal blood from the other party. Like, the other side of the party. Maybe you could have got down like this. Like, you just, I don't know. Something about, like, the vibe within you just wasn't clicking to do things in a fashionly order. Okay, with that being stated, I'm gonna let it go. Your achievement in your past life comes out as the Empress. Now, because in this reading collectively, now this is public, okay, this is not a personal reading. If you are seeking for one, I will leave all that information down in the description. But because I'm picking up on a male energy back in the day, I'm really getting you received more than you gave. I'm seeing this in ways like, and she's got the snake is now wrapped around her arm. Arms indicate Gemini energy. This is communication. Okay, Hermes is coming through loud and clear. Mercury retrograde was probably your worst times because you had ex-lovers coming to you like, motherfucker, this and that, bitch, this and that, this and that. Okay, like, because you just had that, I don't know, I'm seeing someone who was super attractive, but like, I'm getting a playboy, play girl, like a floozy, like, you know, like, I'm so sorry. Normally y'all are my guinea pigs to start off the teams, But I'm so glad that I'm coming into this the next day and I've gotten some rest, because what? Your spirituality coming through is the 8 of Pentacles. Like I said, you really didn't have one. You were like focused on money matters. A lot to do with like material gain. What you can get out of people, what you can get out of life, not the spiritual experience of being human. Or an animal, whatever. Because I did pick that, but I will pull that later on. So like, you didn't have a balance. You really didn't have a balance of like, it's so weird. It's so weird how they all came out with family, achievement, and spirituality. Like, you received, but you also worked. But there wasn't a pause in time to where you felt connected. I feel like you just didn't feel connected to even the people who surrounded you, your whereabouts. You didn't really like take into consideration there's something more than this. You just went with the flow of things. Like, you didn't really, and I'm seeing that in your current lifetime, but like I said, I'm getting ahead of myself. Your spiritual team wants me to relay this to you, so I'm doing it. Okay, moving on. Your fear of society in your past life. So we have the Strength, the World in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Excuse me. I'm all choked up. It's 7:47 on the time. Okay. Wow. You must have been like the type to, the way that your community to look at you, what you feared the most, and 88 is significant for this collective. But it's sort of like, if you didn't look like Hercules, or if you didn't look like you was like strong enough to carry your emotional concerns, I just see you. Okay, so let's just say maybe you were possibly a doctor. Okay, you did it for the money. You didn't do it out of the generosity of your heart. You feel me? Your fear of society back in the day was like that you were not fit to give like this Knight of Cups, this Prince Charming energy, genuinely. You know what I mean? Like, that was a fear of yours, of not giving enough emotional support. But that reverts me back to your partnership. How you got the Lovers but the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I don't know why I feel like whoever you ended up with, like, man, this was like real. This could have been a power couple. I don't dig that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, because it's telling me you didn't take care of the home. You took care of yourself, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you got this issue happening in this lifetime, I highly suggest like you take a moment to like do some breath work. Find yourself like quiet space to meditate. Like, I'm just advising this because like it's kind of irritating me in a way, and I'm sorry. But I know that if you're here watching this, you're wanting to better yourself. I can take things personally sometimes, and I don't really care. You either like me or you don't. There's no in between. Okay? Your joyous society. And like I said, you're the only team that got multiple cards for each question. So if that says a lot, just pay attention. Take notes, please. You have the 4 of Coins, the 3 of Coins, and then you have the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so let's start off with this real quick. The 4 and the 3 of Pentacles upright. You absolutely love the fact that you had material gain over others. You could work very well. Like, I'm seeing in a way I'm seeing Ramses from the 10 Commandments versus Moses. Moses had an emotional bone to pick from. Ramses did not. Ramses did it for the government view. Ramses did it for the reputation. Ramses did it because he's got royal blood in his body. You were not leading from a place in a past life where you were very passionate about it. And things honestly didn't work out the way they were supposed to work out. That could have been better. But this was a joy to you for some reason. Like, you absolutely loved, I'm hearing degrade. Like, you really put your pride ahead and your reputation ahead. Your dreams of society was a Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Cancer energy is nurturing energy. And when it comes out in reverse, first of all, we ain't going nowhere. So the fact that you enjoyed where you were sat in your ways. You was not pushing the cradle. You was not like, you wasn't doing the most. You didn't want to. I don't know what broke your spirit, but like, let's get to that. Your past life childhood. You got the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Magician in reverse. Now this indicates a lot of like you being trapped in a place, in a situation where you kind of just had to, I don't know, that Magician in reverse is giving me like half manifestations, half assing. And as a child in your past life, you like, confirmation, I guess I should say that. You kind of just sat still. You didn't really dream big. I feel like you had to emotionally leave a lot of things in the past. Like, you never took the time to forgive yourself. Because I'm seeing there as father wounds here. Someone's going through a father wound phase right now, to be honest with you. If you have children, there could have been something that didn't manifest in your favor this lifetime when it comes to even you having children. Okay? But I am picking up like you were basically put in time out so much that you kind of had to have faith that, you know, things would just progress on and move on. Type of deal. Now in your past life adolescent phase, we got the Seven of Swords. We lead by taught behavior. And I feel like if this is a father wound, and you would know because you would have this pattern in this lifetime too, then you felt like the way that you was treated, that everybody should be treated that way. And if you don't do that in this lifetime, it's a trigger. It holds you back because you don't want to come across like that. So you keep to yourself. So you keep quiet. You know a higher understanding as to why you had to go through these patterns in this lifetime, but then again, you're kind of sitting there like you're not using it to your advantage. Like, our wounds is what creates us. If you're not transmuting that energy into something beautiful that you know you're capable of doing, what are you doing? As an adult in your past life, you came out as the Knight of Swords. Now, again, a lot of air energy, a lot of air sign, a lot of communication. Okay, I could see you being charismatic, but in the wrong ways. I do feel like you had a lot of knowledge. I do feel as though like you can come across and not get your feelings hurt. I'm getting someone who is very cold, just cold. It would take a lot to get shits and giggles out of you, for real. Okay. And then I'm getting in this lifetime, you probably have shits and giggles over the most dumbest shit. Like, no offense, but like, some people would like look at you and be like, okay, if it makes your day, you know, I'm so sorry, team one. There's so much that's coming through that's sort of like, I can understand why your spiritual team was a little frustrated with me dealing out these cards last night. Like, I was sitting here like, I'm not about to do this because I really didn't have the energy. And now that I have the energy, I'm just sort of like, team one. I digress. Let's move on. At an old age in your past life, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Cups. the karmic pattern of this is you not feeling like good enough to feel happy. Because look, it's cups, it's emotions, it's emotional energy. It's like you don't feel good enough to truly feel entitled to your own way of being joyous. What karma was brought into this lifetime in a past action already that you've already gone through? And we have the very first card out of the whole deck. Call me now, Miss Cleo. Okay. In the past, the karmic lesson that was brought was for you to learn to start a new beginning. I don't know if it was something that you were doing and you kind of caught yourself and you quit doing this toxic behavior. Okay, I do see that you shifted in this lifetime already. You've already seen your pattern. You've already just eliminated it. You still have more work to do. Okay. In the present, what karma was brought was temperance. And this is Archangel Michael speaking. Okay, divine protection, angelic protection. Okay, the protection of your faith, of things happening according to divine timing, because you're putting in the work and the effort that you've already put work and effort into, but like you're maintaining that routine, I'm hearing. Okay, so right now, presently, the karmic lesson that was brought forward for you to understand is that you, and a Sagittarius energy, you are traveling in good faith. Okay. Drum roll, please. Okay, for your future karma brought that you're going to have to keep tabs on, keep eyes on, because it will be coming in the future or near future. It's funny because I haven't seen the back cards. Oh, there's 3. Okay. But the 2 that face me, for your future karma that's going to come through, that you're going to have to like handle face first, we got Judgment and the 2 of Wands. Libra energy. Fairness of how you want your future to come out. Oh, the moon looks like my moon. Cool. That's cute. Anywho, what are you inspired to put your energy towards? What are you called to put your energy towards? What are you called to be known for? Okay. We have a Queen of Coins in reverse, the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. 55. Okay. I'm getting this 2 ways. Especially this Queen of Coins in reverse. I'm getting this as another person. Okay, this could be a mother of some sort. But she's holding you back. Or this feminine energy. I'm getting like a woman. Like straight on, it's a woman, but I'm getting she's got like a nurturing touch to her in a way where it's for her benefits, just like it was for your benefits in a past life. Like, you didn't do things out of the kindness of your heart. You did things because you were pretty privileged. That's what this bitch thinks. Crazy how that turned out. And it's causing a lot. It's causing so much fucking like confusion as to why nothing has been working the fuck out for you. Nothing. I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing everything is like fucking, it's just, you're being taken advantage of. I just got chills. As much as you're like trying to work, nobody's like looking at you as in, oh, I'm gonna give you a cookie for helping me out. No, fuck no, because I can see why. But this was a karmic lesson that needed to come in this lifetime for you to learn, like, it's not okay to be, not only you don't like being taken advantage of, nobody likes being taken advantage of. But, like, Spirit, I'm just the messenger. If you came from Team 1, let me know. Drop a snake in the comments. Yes, drop a snake in the comments. Okay. All right, moving on. The reason why I feel like this is such a father like based reading, like someone could have been close to their father, or someone had really fucking awful experiences with their father, or someone is going through a father wound with their own family right now and probably don't have custody of their kids and is trying to get custody back. Something along those lines. Okay, something along those lines. It is very family based, and it's very telling, especially with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Something was really off in your family, like history. Like you are so infused with top behavior, it's not even funny. You're not out here leaning towards breaking curses. You're traumatized by it, and that's okay, because it takes time to want to step into a leadership role. Being there's a difference between a father and a daddy. I say this because my daughter, her biological father passed away when he was 2. At the time, I was with a man who, he gave me daddy vibes, but then again, like, not only like are you the fun parent or the one that's actually there, you have to be the parent or the father. I'm going there with fathers. Like, I'm really not trying to make this like sex-based or gender-based, but there is a difference. Like, a father like brings a home together. The mother is the home. She brings the love in. The father is the structure. You know what I'm saying? You, my friend, if you're in a relationship right now, you're probably not, or you're the one that's doing it, but whomever, like, I had to pull a card because, yeah, I can see why you got friend zoned. Or I can see why, like, you friend zone someone if you still have these patterns in this lifetime. The person that you're with right now ain't paying attention to you for a certain reason. Okay? Your abilities in this lifetime, if you feel like you have any, yeah, you're part of the secret society and you don't want to accept it with innovation. Innovation, sorry. Spirit at the top. You're literally part of my star seeds, my light workers, my baby aliens. You're not from this planet. You're living a human experience. But you have so much knowledge behind you, it's not even funny. And like, for some reason, you're so scared to open your mouth and to actually give good advice when people need that and would be very appreciative of it. But there's something within you, like, the way that you doubt yourself, and I get it, because if you only living 1, 2, or 3 past lives, you're very fresh. You haven't had many lifetimes to really get the hang of it yet. But that doesn't mean you can't get it. It really doesn't. It just means you want to push yourself into doing better things if you can afford to. And even if you can't, there are free resources. We were born and still living in a time frame where the technology is such a beautiful abundance to us in this lifetime right now. There's resources all over the web. Like, go on YouTube. Okay? Maybe if you feel like it, not everybody's going to cling to me as a reader, and that's fine. I'm not offended. Like, I have my own way of telling my messages. You might be, for one, I'm not the one to be like, I be mousy when I meet people, and I'm stopping that shit. You're going to meet me as if we've known each other for lifetimes. Like, if you don't like the way I talk, beware, I swear, whatever. Like, if you don't get down with me and my soul, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something about you that you are hiding from the world. And, like, Spirit wants you to be very, very aware and clear of the actions that you are moving forward with. Like, you're supposed to be bigger than what you plant yourself out to be. You hear me? Did you hear me? Okay, I know you did. Your emotional influences brought from the past is royalty. Funny. The way that I get this emotional influences back then is pretty privileged. It's paid for. It's done. You were taken care of. Nails did. Hair did. Okay? You didn't have to really worry about the next person and their mama. Like, it was like it was handed to you. Everything was just handed to you. And like, you had no remorse, no regret, nothing. Okay? So your emotional influence was like your status. Your status. Your mental influence. We have, oh, I didn't even see this. Athlete and religious devotion. That is being brought into this lifetime is to literally stay on track with what makes you feel good. Not what makes your mama feel good. Not what makes your brother feel good. Not what makes your sister feel good. Not what makes your homie feel good. What makes you feel good. That you can do every day. That's like that question. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I swear to God, I would say eggplant parmesan. Hands down. I love me some eggplant parmesan. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, ew, no, I love vegetables. If I could have my own garden and have enough yard, I would totally do it. But all right, your spiritual influences. Okay, alternative sexuality. Now, in this lifetime, I get a feeling like, and that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense now, Spirit. You do have a divine counterpart. No fucking way. Something just popped up on my phone as a notification and there was a big red heart. You do have someone who is your divine counterpart on this earthly plane. It is a soulmate, twin flame. You know this person. But when y'all get into it, that's, I feel like when you reach the peak of your spirituality, there's something about it. I'm hearing tantra. I'm hearing a threesome between you, them, and God. I'm hearing like you see things through this person's portal. However, take that however it fits. It's like y'all create a reality together and you see it with this person, but you don't see it in yourself. I'm so glad that I was asked to do this genre of a pick a card because I'm feeling you. You feel me? Like, I'm feeling you in every step I'm taking, especially you, Team One. Like, you making me question certain things. Okay. All right. What is your physical influences in this life? And it is to be a rebel. It is to literally be like deuces to anybody who's not feeding you, fucking you, or financing you and is making you happy. If they're not bringing you, like I'm seeing Woodstock, if you can't get in the car and do what you want to do and live life to the fullest without, it's up to you being chained down. If you want a family life in this lifetime, be devoted to your family if that's what you truly want. It's literally got to be what you want. Like I said, don't make these puzzle pieces fit. Make it make sense in your own world. Excuse me, confirmation. What's the karmic debt owed to you? We got animals out here. Now, this to me is giving me your instincts. Trusting your instincts. The karmic debt owed to you is the fact that if someone were to ask something of you, are you going to help this person out of pity? Are you going to help this person because you genuinely know, like, they got you in the future. They got your back. Are you going to do things out of the kindness of your heart and trust your intuition that what you're doing will be rewarded back to you, okay, energetically? Or are you doing things for people-pleasing tendencies? Now, this one made me laugh last night. What's the karmic lessons that you need to learn right now? Your current lifetime situation. Whatever you're going through right now. I'm hearing it's time to blow that candle out. And I'm going to actually probably start doing this now that, like, I'm really getting heavier into my spiritual routine and salutations. Blowing that candle out literally is a ritual that you are getting older every year, and it's going to start showing. I feel like in this sense, If you do candle magic, that's dope. Then you already know where I'm going with this. But if you don't, go to Dollar Tree. That's $1.25 plus now. Anywho, get you some birthday candles. Hey, if you want a little cake with it, a little cupcake, make my day, because I want a little cupcake too. Okay. But literally blow out, like, with the intention, like, set the intention in that little birthday candle. It's not about age. It's about, okay, I cut the string to this part of my lifestyle that doesn't resonate with me anymore. I'm hearing like let go and let God type of deal. Hey, team 1. Your past life impact on your present life is, the Buddha life. The Buddha life, baby. You need to be more firm on your peace, on what brings you peace, on how you bring peace into your state of reality. That is the past life impact on the present right now. What's your past life impact on your future? Remember these cards? You remember these cards? Right? Okay. Look at this. 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 Truth seeker. The more you become in tune with your own self and your own senses and what you get down with and what you don't get down with, then the less you're going to tolerate this behavior from others. Okay. Point blank, period. Straight to the point. It is what it is. The last thing I'm going to pull. Oh, I didn't get y'all's, okay. Last. Spirit animals. If you were curious that you were an animal in a past life, these are the possibilities, and you could be drawn to these animals. Or I'm kind of seeing Aries energy out here a lot. A lot. But we have the stag spirit, take the lead. We have the ant spirit, time to collaborate with spirit. Uno, self, Aries. Ram that bitch. Okay. You also got the number 2. Life is speeding up. When you do this, you're not going to know what hits you. You're going to be like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? It's going to be freeing. It's going to be fulfilling. Okay. And then we have the swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. This is going to feel uncomfortable. This is not meant to feel like lollipops, candies, peaches, none of that. When I say peaches, I mean booties. You know what I mean? Everybody likes a soft one. But anywho. But look, it's a swan. Swans indicate fidelity. There's something within team 1 that you have someone. You have a person out here. And I know you've been questioning, like, where is my person? When is my person coming in? I heard a long time ago from my parents. They don't really have a spiritual bone in their body. But they said, even nobody's ugly. I guess people like to, ugly as in like a physical trait, but this is what they were saying. Even ugly people have somebody in this lifetime. Everybody has a person. Regardless. You're going to meet them. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but that doesn't mean to say that you don't have a person that is energetically aligned with you. Okay? The numbers 58, 12 or 3 is significant, and 60 or 6. Period. Now, the years that could resonate, they might sound familiar. The numbers of the years could be familiar to you. But, oh, interesting. Okay. So we have the dog, zodiac, Chinese zodiac for you too. I can't remember which team it was yesterday, but the years 1934, 1946, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, 2018, and 2030. Okay? And the dog spirit is devotion and complexity. Love deeply, but without manipulation. True devotion is transparent, not strategic. That's all I have for you, Team 1. I'm done. I will quit running my mouth. Although your team irritated me the most. Like, we're all going to get it together. Slowly but surely, we're going to get it together. We're all going to come back to the sense of one. It's meant to happen. I don't believe the Earth is going to end. That's just me though. You could. I don't believe in the world being flat or a sphere. We are just the figment of our fucking imagination. That's what it is. It is what you make it out to be. I don't know why we have to always label shit. I don't know why we always have to like make things make sense. Some things aren't meant to make sense, period. With that being stated, please let me know down below if you enjoyed this topic. Oh, if you're interested, let me know down below if you're interested in like a past life love message. If so, put past love in the comment and I will start working on that. So as well as if you are interested in your own personal private session with me in more details of your situation, that's also down below in the description on how we can set that up. I will get back in touch with you within 24 to 48 hours and bam, it's gonna be a pleasure to meet you personally. So continue to walk in your truest highest authenticity, Team 1. You've got this. I know you do. And I will catch you on the other side in the next message very soon. Far out, babe. Greetings, Team 2. Welcome to your past life regression read. Okay. If you chose the image of the One Piece ending to be continued, then this is your reading. I have pre-shuffled the cards to make it very easy to just slip right in because I'm very limited with the time space I actually have on this phone. So please be kind and please be present. If this message is called to you, stick around. It's very juicy. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm getting with this collective, I'm definitely getting a masculine. You could have been a male in your past life if you feel connected to that. You also were little too extravagantly viewed as a leader. Okay. Definitely seeing like a communist. I'm seeing someone who protests, speaks up for what's right, is very attracted and magnetic, especially to their mind. Okay, I do see that you could have been like a teacher or an instructor in a past life that really didn't get enough praise. I'm also seeing forbidden success, like back in the day, like you in your past life. Okay, there was a lack there of why you didn't blow up, so say, but you were looked up to nonetheless. I do see you being a male that constantly could have been chasing a unrealistic dream. Okay, I do feel like you were looked at in fear a lot. You were I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like you were always on something. You know, the bootleg back then, or you could have been a hallucinix or whatever made you, but like your mind was really frazzled. Yet there were times that you looked at this as if it were kind of a gift in a way. Like you get your best ideas being under the influence. I'm kind of getting in a past life like you could have been a functioning, working alcoholic or something. Okay. Now when this comes to relationships, I really don't believe the partnerships that you had in a past life appreciated this about you. You got the Ten of Cups in reverse for that. That's giving me pour all drinks out, pull it out. Okay, and especially with it being the Ten of Cups, that's family, that's happiness, that's fulfillment within a stable, emotionally stable connection. Okay, I do feel like in the past relationship or ships thus far, in which I will roll the dice for that now. I didn't want to do that off camera, but let's see how many past lives you could have possibly had. Wow, we got 5 and 5. So I'm just getting straight up. You've had 5 past lives all together. Okay, possibly 10, but I'm getting 5. So, yeah. 5 is in the indication of change, transformation, needing to happen for sure. Okay. When it comes to family in your past life, you come out as a Queen of Wands. Now, this is where the leadership comes in. I see that like those who were around you could tell you were special. You have a gift of coming in the room, and if the vibration or the energy is just low, it's dim, it's like you could brighten it up. I love it. I love this because like she's got a volcano behind her. And we have volcano coming out here with fire disaster, and that had to do with physical influences. Okay, I do feel you were a family man or family person. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Definitely driven to support confidently what rightfully I'm gonna say belonged to you. Again, I'm kind of getting an aggressive type of energy with Team Life Past 2, Team 2 Past Life. Okay. There's also a sense with what you achieved in your past life. We had the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Judgment card. Okay, heavy Libra energy coming out here. It feels as though you were pretty proud because the snake's here in the Queen of Pentacles, and interesting enough, this is the year of the snake, so this could be really, really it could resonate within this time frame that you're receiving this message, even if the year's over, because I'm posting this in November, the middle of November. Within recent time, you've come to this sense that something wasn't really clicking in feeling like you're nurturing within how safe you feel in your body. I'm literally seeing someone who doesn't feel safe in their skin, but in a past life you thought this was an achievement that you did, being heavily in an outer body experience. Okay, my stomach is gurgling like it's like popping in a way. Not that I'm hungry, just ulcers. I'm hearing ulcers. Someone could have had like a stomach virus or stomach disease that they carry through their life. It's possible. Okay. You having the drive was so beautiful in your past life. However, it's not like you saw the results come in the way that you wanted to see the results come in. So I do feel like you did blame yourself a lot with the Nine of Swords. You weren't content. You couldn't keep your significant other happy or at home. But you really enjoyed putting yourself out there. It's just the feeling like the confidence, it's like the confidence level is super low with you, Team 2, from the past life. You, at any moment, like, people couldn't look at you the wrong way. People couldn't speak their mind about you without you probably snapping back, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And with that being stated, in your spirituality of your existence back then is a Two of Coins. That's, you know, she's holding a child and a bear. And it's giving me a lot of generational curse breaker, Team 2. Okay. You, look, like I said, family. Families are very important to you. Okay. Even in this lifetime, protecting your family, making sure that they, you know, if you have children, they have the right attire for school. It doesn't have to be the fanciest, but some people, you know, that's cool. But you're making sure your family is good. You're making sure that you are able to provide food to put on the table, that you can keep heat running in your home. You, in a spiritual sense, I think you knew your morals. Like, you knew right from wrong, although wrong just felt so good in a way, but like you could balance it. It wasn't chaotic. It didn't really take over you in a sense like you had to go to an asylum or an institution or get something back then that could have been therapeutic help. Okay. For your fear of society coming out here, we have the Page of Coins coming out in reverse. And this is giving me the fear that you had was learning from the people around you. Okay. Ilks are fucking huge. Okay. And I felt like you felt intimidated within your societal circle because we have a lot coming out here. We have group living on the bottom. I also saw a card earlier of it was another card. Oh, communal living. It was on the back of the past lives deck. Okay. So this could be trusting the people around you. Now, that might say a lot about your past partnerships in, you know, that time frame. Like if and, you know, the connection became more as in like legal, which I'm pretty sure it did. The trust, it's like you trusting anyone around you. So let's just say you were with a partner. This is what I'm kind of getting. And like y'all had people living within the residence of y'all's home or coming in and out of the home. Like I'm feeling a depletion of trust, especially when it comes to being in a connection. You feel like this has been brought over into this lifetime. That's why you probably have continued to meet not only romantic relationships, but even just everyday life to life people just backstabbing you. Okay, 1111 on my time. The runner chaser dynamic. Like when you are into someone, you're into them, but then when you're done with them and you walk on, then they come back. They always come back. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But they always come back. Now, the joy of society that came out for you is the Page of Swords in reverse, and this gives me a lot of being like watching from afar. Okay, like not being in the twist, not being in the mix, although you knew exactly how to do what you do. The confidence level is so low with this team too. Like it's giving me sheesh. I mean, kind of like Aladdin. Although Aladdin wanted to be in the castle and be a part of the clique with Jasmine and be a part of royalty because he never had it type of deal. It's giving me like you did not, like you'd rather just be in the background. You don't want to be the main character. Okay, if that makes any sense. And with your dreams of society, look at this, lo and behold, like the focal point of your past life was kind of things that, you know, minute things that didn't matter. When you got something real outside of your perimeter, outside of your comfort zone, like your dreams of society, I feel like was to stay enclosed, because that's where you felt safe. I feel like you felt the world was dangerous. You know, you felt very small. Like people made you feel extremely small compared to what exactly your family saw out of you. Like the maternal family, your mother, your father, your siblings, okay, grand folks, okay, or just people within your clique, within your group, within your village saw you as a leader, and it was hard for you to like take on this role as one. Okay, the karmic pattern that you're coming through that you had in this lifetime is the Eight of Cups in reverse, and this also indicates a space of just staying still, not spiritually moving forward into a higher enlightenment. Truly, there's a lot of cups out here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you could resonate with this. Doesn't have to, you don't have to, but I am getting like a heavy alcoholic vibe. I've never really stated that in any of my readings, but like I felt like that funky juice was like your holy grail. Okay, I feel like very forced on your face, maybe by a parent, okay, as a child. I'm also hearing you were already betrothed. So you already had like someone down the line that you were supposed to entangle with in order to keep the heir, the family heirloom. Yeah, that. Okay. As a past life adolescent, as a teenager, you're coming out as the moon in reverse, Pisces energy. This karmic pattern is the fact that you knew and could feel. There's a difference of like actually like logically knowing and feeling in the depths of your soul, in the inner twine of what your heart is putting into your perspective, your focal view, you knew the deception that you were putting out as well as was being done towards you. As a young adult, as a very young adult, you already could see these patterns, and that I feel that's a karmic pattern you've already overcame in this lifetime. It could have started, yeah, wow, check this out. Look at the dips in these like arches, like how they look like smiles. Like I feel like they've already been overcame in this lifetime, to be real with you. But this pattern as a young adult, you having to really see the sneak attacks that were being handed to you. So when you thought people were handing you opportunities, they were really handing you a pile of shit and seeing if you'd run with that. And I feel like you really overcome this now. Like, it's not even a second thought or question as to, you know, if you don't feel comfortable now doing it, you're not going to do it. But back then, hell yeah, I came here to fuck shit up, basically. Okay. So that as an adolescent in the past life pattern. Now in the adult past life version of you, you have the Knight of Cups. This is a pattern that has been brought into this lifetime. The Knight of Cups giving me like, there really is no plan, there's no action, there's just a giving of your love. Okay, and your love's really deep. It's, you know, it's meant for you to see from a higher perspective. So I'm going to say it like this. Maybe you gave a little too much love. Okay, people-pleasing tendencies as an adult in your past life was a big issue. And I feel like this had a lot to do with your validation of feeling seen and having this validation of just being the person that people can rely on. Okay, like you were just Big Papa, or you was Big Mama, or something like that. Like, because I haven't finished One Piece. I'm actually still in like the 270s area. Don't judge me. I'm getting there. Okay, but I'm just seeing like you cater to this. You cater to people. You want to take in, or you want, like, you still might in this lifetime, but it might be very small now. It's not as prominent when you're receiving this message, but you know, you need somewhere to stay. I got you. I feel like you ran like a foster home or a communal living situation back then. But here's the thing, like, you were an avoidant parent, partner, just person overall in general. Okay, I'm very sorry. I don't mean to like be touching people internally. Spirit knows I ain't lying. I'm serious, but you clicked on this reading because you really wanted to know how it was for you and why some things just don't make sense, and this is what it's adding up to. Okay, as you got into an old age in your past life, we had the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is indicating a lot of a karmic pattern here is, you know, I don't see you getting wrapped up in, say, conflicts. I see as you progress to get older, you literally were an avoidant. You literally threw things off your shoulder. Not my problem, not my monkey, not my circus. I don't have to deal with the repercussions. I don't have a shadow side that I need to work on. You probably was one of them bitter old motherfuckers that I'm seeing Scrooge. Okay, you would be kind as you got older, but I feel like something, and it probably was this relationship, it probably was this connectionship that you were a part of. Like, it's like you all of a sudden cut off your stimulus of joy, of feeling giddy and full of life. Like, it brought you down a peg or two, and so you kind of carried on life with not expecting to learn the spiritual purpose behind these lessons. Okay, What's the karma that you brought into this life that has been passed already? You've already gotten past this point. Well, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I think you know in this lifetime, your soul family. You have already met your soul tribe. And with it coming up, right, it's like there's definitely going to be more people to come in, but you can weed out who is your A1 from day one. Now in this lifetime, that karmic pattern that was brought in past tense, these things have already happened in this life. You already know, because I think you feel inside these karmic patterns that you did live. You see it in other people. You want no parts of it. You've already weeded that out. You've already like checked that off your list. You want loyalty. The dog is really standing out, and it's supposed to be a grandfather. Okay. And I feel like in the past life, as if you were a male, which I'm getting here in this pile for you, grumpy old man. Now you live in a way where you can freely just live in the patience of luxury. Very patient energy. Okay. The karmic brought forward in your present is the 3 of Swords in reverse. This is your healing time. Right now, as I'm recording this, this is your healing time. You are healing through all of these shadow wounds. You are recognizing the patterns. You are coming to with who has now, who has now been escorted out of your life. Okay. You are sorting through all of the issues that you've had to intake, especially I'm talking about in relationships. Okay. Because relationships are actually a huge part of your reading. In a sense, romantic ones, not just family. I'm talking about within the romance section. Like, you've probably went through so many karmic counterparts. It's not even funny at this point. So I feel like you are in this place where you're like, no, I matter. What I do matters, and who I am is everything, because that's just who I am. It's not like you have to numb the pain anymore. I feel like this is kind of a fear, to be honest with you. Like, this is a struggle reaction that when people hurt you, you try not to pick up the drink. But that's like one of the first things, because there was so much pain in your past life, especially mental put down, okay, from the opposite sex. Oh, well, I wasn't getting that, but okay. Now, the karma brought into this lifetime for your future is the 9 of Cups in reverse. All these cups in reverse. The 9 of Cups upright indicates confidence, satisfaction emotionally, all together to do the things no matter what that make you feel whole. Okay, with it coming out in reverse, this karma is teaching you in the near future or down the line to address the things that don't make you satisfied, that don't bring you peace, joy, and help you sleep at night. Okay, if someone's bringing you misery, that's literally the time where you are to be vulnerable. Like, that is a future karmic lesson that will come to the forefront that you cannot ignore. You are going to need to step up. Don't shut the fuck up. Step up and literally voice your opinion and be like, I don't get down with that. And if you can't respect that, I will gladly and proudly walk the fuck away. That's just how Team 2 gets down. For real. Okay. A frequently asked question about past life regressions: were you any animals in a past life? So you did come out with 4. We have Porcupine Spirit. Time for a beginner's mindset is the card. We have a white raven. I'm also going to indicate this as black ravens too, so black and white. All right, trust in the magic. We have a chameleon spirit. Act as if. And we have the rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. With those being stated, we have the number 48, 66, 14, 49, or the number 12, 5, 13, and the number 3 and 4 is significant. 3, 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if you were a past life animal at one of those time frames. You could have been any of those. You could have these as pets, or you could be very drawn to that animal totem. Okay. But yeah, I love how, time for a beginner's mindset now is a lucky time. It's like you have no idea that shift that you have in your mindset as we're speaking right now, that you've been just contemplating. That's the direction you want to move. You would be very surprised that it's actually the direction that you're looking forward to stepping into. Okay. If you're wondering if the person that you are currently in a relationship with now is a past person, I want to say yes, but in this lifetime, you two are actually falling in love with each other. Okay. Sudden feelings that this is the one. Horses could be significant. Also, I saw raccoons, so that's something else to keep in mind. But you are feeling more freer in this lifetime when it comes to having a partnership with someone. And I do see that you have found the one, or you have met the one. If you haven't yet, this is coming in. When it comes in, you're going to know. Like, you're going to know within the eyes. Okay. What is a karmic lesson that you are learning in this lifetime? We got phobias out here, but when it came out, it was in reverse. Getting out of your head. Literally, this is a karmic lesson that you are learning in this lifetime, is not to stay so wrapped up in the what ifs, or, this should have happened. Now what's going to happen? Just you trying to be 10 steps ahead of a situation, or ahead of like what God has prepared. What God has prepared for you. Really keeps you in a low vibration. And this is the karmic lesson that you're learning in this lifetime, is to get out of your head, to literally just breathe in every second of every day and be grateful and enjoy it, and not have the fear of the what ifs. Why didn't this happen this way? Like, having complete control. Okay. Spirit wants you to focus on that team too. We also have what this karmic lesson is going to bring in for you once you master it is actual union. And you're going to be with your person in this lifetime. Okay, team 2. And I like that for you, team 2. Not only that, too, I'm getting like the 2 of Cups in my mind. Like, you have been like yearning for someone to understand you, not just a group of people, but for one person in particular. Okay, and that is something that you have blocked yourself from through your throat chakra. There's so much blue out here, and there's also so much orange out here. So there could have been sexual abuse in the past life that happened frequently. This could have been brought into this lifetime that makes you feel on edge. I get that. But I did just hear that coming through. I haven't really picked up on that till just now. It just gives me like you were kind of stuck into a place of fear. Okay. Your emotional influences is wealth. You are meant to be a wealthy motherfucker in this lifetime. You are going to be the first millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, however you view yourself. You are gold. If that wasn't the biggest confirmation, Texas was calling me. So if Texas could be relevant, you could have lived in Texas at the past life, last one that you were in. And 421. So maybe the number 943. Okay, significant. Your mental influences came out as the devil in this deck. Okay, being heavily influenced by toxicity, toxic environment, toxic behavior. Okay, that was your mental influence back then. Period. Your spiritual influence that came out was animals. And I do get intellect. That's why this 2 of coins came out here for real. Like, with your spirituality, you could balance both the 3D and the 5D back then. But like, you clinged to the 3D fucking shit that was bad for you. That was not like, it wasn't helping you thrive. It wasn't helping you grow. Okay. But also being outside in nature, like that really brings you back to the awareness of self. So I am getting a lot of ancestors that have always like kind of coddled you and surrounded you and have given you the signs to follow. Sorry for that noise in the background. Your reading's almost over, okay? Just give me a minute. We've already went over the physical influences. Let's see. The karmic debt that's owed to you at this time is the group living. Okay? Those who are around you are there for you. I'm hearing it takes a village to it takes a tribe and a village to raise a baby. Something like that. Something like that. Your surroundings, your support system around you is your karmic debt owed. These are people who are influencing you, 32, 23, as I'm saying this on the timer. They're here to be a community with you, to help you get back into alignment with like-minded individuals. Excuse me. Okay. So that right there in itself is so beautiful, because you don't have to see this as if you're doing it alone. Okay. A past life impact on your present life is the law. No matter what, spirit ancestors, the most divine and high above, they see everything. Archangel Michael, the archangels that you work with, the deities that you work with, okay? Everything is of order, is in sequence. Everything has a divine purpose. If it is not meant to be in your life, it will be sorted out. Period. No matter what, God, the universe, whomever you pray to or whomever you are deeply rooted with and connected to, is going to handle it for you. Okay? This is past life impact on your present life. Those who did you wrong in a past life, if they come into this lifetime trying to still fuck shit up, guess who's going to get it? Not you. Okay? And past life impact on your future is beautiful, is sanity. And what's crazy is that as I was shuffling the animal oracle, I did see the dove spirit. So doves indicate friendship, collaboration, union. Beautiful. White is purity, purification. Okay, so as you are leading into your future life, your future input on life in this lifetime, you will actually be able to have a clear mind and how to make decisions and how to go about being confident in the choices that you are presenting. My ear just rang on that. You are going to be given in this lifetime an impact on being able to be still, calm, and collect the energy, the messages, the downloads that are being sent to you through a clear mindset, okay, and not being impacted by low frequency. For real. One last thing, and I already picked, but these years could be significant. The numbers of the years, you could like them or could resonate in some way, but this could be past life years that you might resonate with, that you could have been alive in, okay? So we have 1934, 1946, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, 2018, 2030. Okay, those future cards or the present cards could have been significant years that you actually went through a end of a cycle. Okay. Someone here could love dogs, but this is definitely the year, the Chinese zodiac of the dog. Okay, devotion and complexity. Okay, love deeply but without manipulation. True devotion is transparent, not strategic. It is so like beautifully orchestrated, like and I just want to say, Team 2, if this is where we part ways, it was such a pleasure to tap in for you. I really enjoyed this, and I actually want to consider doing a past life love session. If you're interested in that, please interact in the comments down below and just put past love, and I'll work on it. I'll get it straight. I'll get right into it. Okay. But you're overcoming a lot of internal fears, Team 2. And all I can say is continue to see that through. Continue to see that you have the audacity, but you have it in a sense that you trust your choices ahead of you. Not that you were peer pressured, not that it is what it is type of thing. It is what you want to make it out to be. And the reality of it is act as if you already have it. You already are. You are. Okay? So I love you. I want you to continue to walk on your truest, highest authenticity. If you have any questions or need any further information on your situation and you resonated with this message, just hit me up in the description down below. I do have to where you can order you a private session with me, and we'll set that up within 24 to 48 hours. Now, I love you, and I will see you in the next reading. Far out, Team 2. Greetings, Team 3. Welcome to your past life regression read. If you chose the image of the Sailor Moon transformation heart photograph, you are at the right team pile. You're my last one. You're my last read, okay? And let me tell you, I'm very surprised each team actually was considered a male in their past life, or could have really dominated for real, like heavy masculine energy. But I'm getting in a past life, Team 3, you were male, okay? And with the 7 of Cups in reverse, it gives me all in all like you weren't really handed a lot in life. Okay, it's this thing of like I kind of get like your head being in the clouds. You wanted more for yourself, especially in a state of emotional fulfillment, but it felt like it was out of reach. It's like people were looking at you like, be honest with yourself. Like, you know, I'm hearing Cinderella, a dream is a wish your heart makes. And it's like you would start singing your little princess or fairy tale song that warms your heart, and people would look at you and be like, get real. It just kind of feels like life was like taken out of your hands because of the opinions of others. That's pretty sad. I don't know why. I see you being like a really spiritual for some reason. But by what I can see right in that first card, we're going to get to how your spiritual senses were a little bit later. But I don't know why I'm feeling like you helped people understand themselves. Like I'm talking about like in like a therapeutic type of way, or I don't know. Like I'm kind of getting a lot of mixed like occupations. Okay, working in a mental institute, gateway kids, stuff like that. I don't know why that's coming through, but hold on. How many past lives did Team 3 have, please? And thank you, Source. Wow, we got 2 3s out here. So you got between 3 and 6 past lives, okay? You could be in your 7th. Look at how it's a 7 of Cups, okay? So, yeah. Interesting. How was your partnerships in your past life? We have a King of Coins in reverse. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel giving. It feels very selfish. I am seeing like Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte, and she got married into a family of somewhat of a title, but like being young and giving up your goods to someone that's just enjoying it for the physical pleasure. Like it's ew. Ugh, if you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. You with me on my Bridgertons and Queen Charlotte type of energy. But it is giving me like you were really mishandled within your relationship dynamic. When it comes to your family life, we do have the Two of Cups out here, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Oh my gosh, team 3. I don't... It's... Oh... This is probably like... I'm picking up on like the most empathetic team that I've read thus far. I am seeing that you were just taken for granted. Confirmation, unfortunately. Thank you, Spirit. Like, when it comes to fire and life safety, just came up on my phone. Your family life. Two of Cups and a Nine of Swords. That right there is giving me like, your family was brainwashing in what love is supposed to feel like. Oh, this is not the Six of Wands. This is the Seven of Wands in reverse. To let your guard down with your family. You like, I'm hearing they wanted you to trust in what they were doing. And I feel like whatever they were doing was kind of shysty. When it comes to a line of work, I don't know why I'm hearing like laundering money in a way or something like that. Or, you know, if people are supposed to get their pharmaceuticals, like they were switching up the medicines. What? Like, yeah, it's like your family was just kind of evil. Your achievement that came out in your past life is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And it's a lot of, like, I'm really seeing you turned out like homeless or without all the time and lonely. Like, not being able to keep, I don't know if there was like investments that you like made poor decisions on putting yourself through, because it's also giving me like health. It's giving me more health than wealth type of energy. I don't know if your health was declining rather quickly. Ooh, my pinky. I don't know. Let me keep going, and maybe it'll all make sense, and I'll come back to key points, because it's so much of like life was kind of taken out of your hands. Like you weren't given the option to freely. It's sort of like finding out you have cancer and you have like a certain amount of time to live or something like that. It was like an abrupt pause within your life frame in your last past life. All right, your spirituality that came out was the Knight of Staffs in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This isn't motivation to move forward with this in reverse. This is giving me like out of control energy, like doing things out of a whim, but it in a way turned out good for you spiritually. And I'm assuming to be born in this lifetime. You see how like the Ace of Pentacles is upright, but everything else that's Pentacle related so far has been in reverse. Like it was like spiritually, you sort of, I guess you did what you could do physically, even though it might not have been the funnest time. It was like things you had to do, like maybe if it had to do with finances, you made sure your loved ones were taken care of. Like you did good things towards others. 909 on the time. But it wasn't given to you. You'll know if this is your pile if you felt like nothing was like, you're the type of person that could have said numerous times, life wasn't handed to me. I wasn't handed or spoon fed by a silver spoon. You know, like you feel like you had to work hard in order to get where you're at. This is your pile. Because in a past life, like, no matter what you did, it's like your family sort of... I don't think you ended up marrying. I don't think you ended up being with anybody in a past life. And it could have been because of the opposite sex or whatever. Whomever that you were with was very, very greedy and selfish. Like, it's like I got fake people showing me fake love straight up to my face. Like Team 3, like family, when it came to family and people around your surroundings, like, it's like you couldn't get ahead in life. So you stayed in a place where you was constantly always asking for a reach around. You was always constantly asking for assistance. It's so weird how this is coming out. My head is hurting. Okay. Your fear of society that came out was the 7 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant reversed, and the Star reversed. Your fears of society. Literally, your faith and beliefs being taken from you. Like red-handed, and that's unfortunate because I do feel like you firsthand witnessed it. I can also sit here and see that the biggest fear you have with your community around you was people underhandedly doing things with intention to hurt you. The Hierophant reverse, the Star in reverse. I mean, that's false miracles. That's false belief, hope system. Like, it's like you had a fear of like people doing things behind your back. If you're at least gonna do something, do it face first. Be a fucking man about it. Have titties about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do shiesty shit behind my back and act like I'm not gonna find out later type of deal. My face and my head just feels so tight. Like, it feels like you went through a life full of stress, my friend. Team 3, okay? And it's sad to say your joys of society is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You'd rather work alone than work with the people that were around you. Like, not trusting... I have a funny feeling like I relate to this pile. Because I do have a big fear of trusting people. I do. I don't care if you know them, I don't know them. You know what I mean? It's really like, it's come see, come saw with me. I don't... If I could have it tattooed right here, I don't trust you, for real, I would get it. It's don't ask me where that came from, because I really feel like it is a past life wound, and I really see it right here. Like, so we might collide with this pile if you chose it, okay? Your dreams of society. You got the Emperor in reverse, the 9 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Nine and 10. Your dreams of society was to bring a sense of fulfillment without having to do the most. I'm getting like, so people can understand you. To see that you came out as a survivor and you're not a victim. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The Emperor upright means someone who has it built, someone who has it all together. And for some reason, like, if this is a dream of society that you would rather people see the honest you, the real you. Like, if you were to express yourself, you are able to express yourself. The Emperor, he's straightforward. He's daddy energy. He takes control of the situation. You don't want to take control. It was like you wanted people to see your authenticity and to see where you were coming from, the place of how dumb and dirty you were done. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you continue to thrive in reaching this 10 of Cups. some way, somehow. I mean, people would have broke. People would have folded after the things you've been through. And probably, I'm telling you, in this life too. In this lifetime, you're going through the same fucking pattern, or you have. But either you don't lose hope. There's something about you not losing hope, because the fear that you have is someone taking your dreams away from you, taking what you see to be fit in your reality away from you. My stomach is in knots. Okay. The karmic pattern as a child in your past life, we have the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. We have an ending and a beginning. That's crazy. As a child. As a child in your past life, you probably wanted to be everything. I'm not kidding you. Like, if you wanted to be a celebrity, you could see yourself being a celebrity. You know what I mean? Or if you were multifaceted, like you have multiple sources of talents and hobbies and incomes and creativity, and it's like you have an innocence in your inner child to bring these things to fruition. Oh, I love that about you. Well, that's great. That's great. As your past life adolescent, the karmic pattern that came in here, ooh, it's the 6 of Cups, and then this is just the beginning of the deck card. Call me now, Miss Cleo. Ooh. Well, I guess it meant to be outright because I didn't mean to do that. So as an adolescent, you realize and you know how good the past feels, especially when you meet people and you feel like you've known them for lifetimes. It's like in the beginning stage of knowing that, say, individual. Let's just say you've dated this person, right? Or you messed around with them in some way, shape, or form. They brought a sense of happiness. Clearly the cup was upright, so this is good feelings. But the karmic pattern that you have is that it was just a honeymoon phase. I think, ooh, I don't like this because I'm resonating with this so heavily, and I don't normally do this a lot, but I'm even sitting here like, damn, like I'm kind of calling myself out for real. Team 3, don't call me out in the comments, but it's like you want to hold on to the good times and not, you could be the type to ghost people or to run away from issues. Guilty. No, seriously. Because he's running away with his cup like, well, thank you. I'll see you in the next life. Like, we'll figure this out next time. There is no next time. We're getting it right this lifetime, okay? You tried that, okay? So that is a karmic pattern that was probably brought into this lifetime, is abandonment, wounds, issues. I'll abandon you before you abandon me. I will break you before you break me. For real, like, because I can already see, like, relationships didn't seem to work out. They were all about themselves and wrapped up. Family, maniacal, motherfucking trifling, okay? I can understand why you have trust issues. Like, as an adult, the karmic pattern that has followed you into this lifetime is the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Check out where, what house your Mercury is in. There's something about what you speak out into the world. It's like your influence. As an adult, you don't trust your word. You don't trust what comes out your mouth to be true. Ooh. Gemini and Lilith, possibly. Okay. Something to do with Gemini and Mercury. There's a lot happening here when it comes to you speaking up. 777, so significant. You got a 7 in just about every damn row that I have a card out in. But yeah, to nurture the way that you carry your voice for others to hear what you have to say. That is a karmic pattern in this life, that you don't trust. Sometimes you don't even trust your own word, or if you should open your mouth. Like, I feel like as a child, you were sort of silenced in this way of, like, children are to be seen, not heard. You were silenced a lot growing up, like, because people saw how bright you were. Yeah. At an old age in your past life, we have the Knight of Coins reversed. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Sun. We have the Six of Staffs. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. When I get this, and it has to do with how you were when you became older, it's as though your value was so depleted from your belief system of feeling your youth actually being a thing of oh, this breaks my whole heart. I mean, it really does. It was sort of like, whatever, look at them, they're both trying to give, yet someone is always trying to take something from you. Your cup is pouring out with this Knight of Cups. It was like, no matter what you gave, whether it had been information, whether it had been love, like, it was mishandled. And all you was trying to do was give a sense of happiness and joy and Taurus energy, like a secure feeling that you're dependable. I could cry. I don't like this at all. 22 on my time when I looked up. You have the Six of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Swords. You could, I'm going to say it like this. You couldn't really die in peace feeling recognized. It's like no matter who you came across, you couldn't fit in with anybody. And I feel like you passed away alone. This is a lot for me to take in. I'm sorry. I needed a pause on that. It's okay. What karma was brought forward into a past situation that it's already happened. You've already kind of dealt with this like karmic pattern. We have the Three of Swords reversed, the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands reversed, Need Help, which is like another beginning card, Death in reverse, and the Page of Cups in reverse. Damn. God damn. Okay. First of all, you've already done a lot of healing. You've already healed a lot of especially things that have happened in this lifetime that didn't make any sense. Of course, like, you don't understand why things had to end, but yet you always came back to self and soothed your inner self and came back into a sense of like, I'm going to be okay. That's how you've always been, even in your past lives. You've always brought this sense of, my dreams are going to be real, for real one day. That's the one thing that your soul believes in. Believe it, okay? You believe that you can have a good step forward and trust yourself and, freely giving your time, energy, and effort into things that you want to pursue and manifest. Okay? You don't want conflict. You've really come into a sense of like, I'm hearing Ho'oponopono. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to like put it down here. But it's a Hawaiian prayer of basically, I forgive you, I forgive myself, I love you type of thing. Like, it's like you're learning to forgive even when that person was wrong. There's a reason, like you're seeing, there's a reason why you had to go through that experience. And you're learning to forgive it. And that's why the need help comes out. Maybe you've gone into getting therapeutic help. Maybe you've done your research and looked up YouTube videos that bring you into an awareness of self and how you can come back into the sense of loving yourself again and loving life again. Okay. The karmic brought forward with the Death in reverse and the Page of Cups. Because death means transformation. Death is things ending. It's big, but when it's in reverse, it's like, if something doesn't go your way. Let's say it like that, because the Page of Cups in reverse is like, it's not the best news coming towards you. I think you've learned thus far from past experiences in this life, expectations just aren't a thing. Okay, you kind of have to go with the flow of life. And I think you're learning, or have learned, to handle, stones being thrown your way. You can clean up the mess and start to rebuild it again. Like, I don't think you have a problem with starting over. And if you do have a problem with this is something that you are advised to work through, because Rome wasn't built in a day. Things take time, love, effort, and energy. And if you don't have the energy, that means you need to rest. You need to do what your soul and your body is telling you to do. When your body is aching and you need something, you need to tend to it. Okay? No more physicality used for you. You got me, Team 3? Learn how to rest. Learn how to attend to your soul's needs. If your feet are cold and you ain't got no socks on, get your ass up and go put some socks on. Why would you do that to yourself? It's just as simple as that. If you're hungry and like you're trying to preserve, if you're hungry, get your ass up and go get you something to eat. I don't care if it's a few crackers. Look at me like getting my feelings. The karma brought forward in your present life is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is not that experienced, but is willing. You see, the sword is heavier than this child. I'm not calling you a child, but I'm saying that, like, you want to start something fresh. Okay, air sign, intellectually. You want to start something that came to your mind that maybe nobody else has ever done. And I feel like you're scared. And I like Spirit's like, don't be scared. Don't fear this. Give it a shot. Shoot your shot. Okay? Stop acting like you don't get down with new projects and being the center of attention. You might have to learn that you are the center of your own world. You're not in Mason's world. You're not in Shiloh's world. You're in your world. How would you be if it were a book about you or a movie about you and it's your world? Doesn't really matter what other people think. But I can see why, that could bother you up to this point. The karma brought forward for your future self in this lifetime. That's something that's going to happen within the near future or straight ahead once you get past these two. Is the Three of Wands in reverse. And this is giving me, like, not continuing. Are you the type to start projects and then, like, you don't finish them? You start, you don't see the process, like, progressing, and then you, like, stop. Yeah, Spirit just called you out. Okay, you have to like keep you have to keep the momentum. You have to keep moving forward. You have to be committed. I don't know what happened, but you have to be committed. If you want it, you got to go get it. I want it, so I'm going to go get it. I want it, so I'm going to go get it. So you got to have this mind frame that you are going to have it all. Not that you're losing out on life. Okay? All right, they want me to go ahead and go on with it. Okay, I'm moving on from this. Now I'm moving on to the outer cards of the oracles. If you are in a connection right now, 30 on my time, could be 30 years old. If you're in a connection right now, is this your person? I am getting that this is someone who is going to devote themselves to you in this lifetime. They didn't in this past life. They did not give their time, their energy, but in this lifetime, oh, it's on. This person's gonna be so magnetically drawn to you, it's gonna make you sick. Because they're going to want to kiss your feet, Morticia kiss up your body. Like, it's going to be genuinely the realest, authentic connection I think you'll know in this life. I feel like in your past life, you met this person as a teenager. I feel like when you became an adult, you had to move on with life, but then you feared speaking up and being right. In this lifetime, you ain't gonna fucking hold back on what you say. What you say is your word and your balls, and you don't break them for nobody. And I feel like something happened here where you spoke truth into somebody's life and they didn't want to believe you, and now they're like, fuck. You know what that stands for? Unexplained fears and blockages. We have the scribe or writer. Now, crazy enough, on the bottom of this past life deck was vowels. I'm not even joking, okay? I have a funny feeling you are definitely psychic. You are definitely, you spiritually see things, hear things, you know things before they even happen. I think you fucking scared this person and people around you. I feel like you did in the past life, and that's why people kept picking your energy and being like, oh, no, you're stupid. You ain't got this. You don't know what you're talking about, like this and that. They tried you in this life and you said, I will walk the fuck away. I don't need you. Like, seriously? And it's like it's written in spiritual law. You can't break that oath when it comes to the spiritual veil. A lot of people on this plane don't understand that, nor care or know that, but they will when they have to keep repeating lifetimes and they keep getting worse and worse because their soul is building up the strength to handle that shit. You in this life, your abilities that you have is power, babe. You're very powerful. I am hearing wicked. Okay, she was an outcast. And green. Green is heart chakra. I think you are so full of love. And I'm also seeing the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Like, it was a little sarcastic, but he knew how to place them kids. You got placed to where you were supposed to be. Believe it. Your power is your word and your balls, and you don't break them for no one. Got it? Got it, babe. Okay? You put a lot of people in their place in this lifetime, or you're going to continue to do that. You have a major life purpose. You have a major life purpose this lifetime. Okay? If you were curious, if you were a spirit animal in a past life, you could have these as animal totems, or you could be drawn to these animals. We have the otter spirit. You are never alone. I feel like someone, like I said, you could be a loner in this lifetime, but you seriously embody this sense of love. Look at the heart, okay? See the big picture. Not everything that you see is worth believing in. You are bigger than that. Long neck, okay? We have a porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mindset. You need to shift and see things from another perspective other than the way that people present it to you. Because let me tell you, ant spirit, it's time to collaborate. And that's collaborate with your inner knowing. It might feel like you're building from a small space, but at the end, you know them ants get down. Remember that movie Ants? Yeah. He went out of his way to look for utopia and fucking found it. That's what I'm talking about, Team 3. Like, you go for your dreams. The number is 42 or 6, 29 or 1111 or 2. The number 48, 12 or 3, and the number 1. Okay? So I'm getting a lot of Pisces energy, Piscean, Aries, and Virgo. I don't know why Virgo's coming through. Okay? Could resonate with you, Team 3. All right, 2 more sessions, and then I will get you wrapped up. But what emotional influences has this brought into this lifetime from your past? We have discrimination. You might have had issues with bullying, major bullying, having fake friends, people showing me fake love. For real, you've had it in this lifetime, and this is emotional influences from your past life that have been brought here. The mental influences that you have an issue with in this lifetime is secrets. What did I say your fears of society secretly being stolen from you. I think you think about the worst before the best. I try and boost especially my family members up, like, can you not have like more of a positive mindset? Why do you always have to think of the worst before anything else? And it's like it's this repeated pattern of trauma bonding, trauma wounds, survival, fight or flight mode. Like, this is a big mental breakdown that you had in this lifetime that might need your awareness at this time. Okay. Finding ways how to calm your mind. If meditation isn't it, there are so many different forms of meditation. Okay, even if that's playing a video game, if that's like knitting or crocheting, if that's cooking, if that's yard work, if that's driving, just as simple as driving, because some people just love to drive and waste gas. But if that's your way of like getting mental anxiety out, do it. I ain't stopping you. Gas is just a little too pricey today, but maybe you have that mindset. Maybe to have that beginner's mindset of, oh, I'm abundant, I can afford this, I'm God's favorite. You know, put yourself in that predicament, in that mindset, and the rest shall follow. Your spiritual influences is fire disaster. Okay, heavy fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I am seeing, like, I'm hearing publicity in a way. Good or bad, publicity is publicity. People are going to be talking about you. Don't fear this. Explode. Be extra. Be the tower moment. I'm hearing your walking tower moment. Even if you got to end things, even if you had to show your ass and break out, at least you can emotionally, verbally, and physically move on with life. Show out and be about it. Okay? So that's a spiritual influence that they really want you to know. Is to just do what you feel is best for you. Do what you feel called to do. All right, your physical influences. This is so crazy because I feel like those two were kind of switched up. You got religious devotion. Okay? Faith in your physical aspect of life right now, faith is your best friend. You're going to think I'm so crazy for saying that. Like, be Delulu. The Delulu is your Solulu in this life. Because, like, you're the type to believe the impossible is possible. That is like that's your superpower. Believe it. Barely having to do a lot is your superpower in this lifetime. You do things that make you happy and thrive to live life. Okay, not be shuttled out, not to be buried, not to be put down. No. The karmic debt that's owed to you is technology. I find this to be so wild. Someone named Crumble just came up on my post notifications. We live in a beautiful time where we are fortunate to have the internet and to have technology and to have technical devices. And I don't know why I'm hearing like the karmic debt owed to you is like viral recognition. And if you're not a content creator, if you're not putting yourself out there in that type of way, the messages that you spread, they're going to spread. Whatever you like, you are to get out of this fear that what you say doesn't matter, because the karmic lessons to learn in this life is that you are an instructor, you are a teacher. And for some reason I'm getting like when your words are going to be so beautifully taken in this lifetime, like from strangers, they're going to understand you, they're going to connect with you, you are going to find your soul family through being a teacher, telling your experiences, even if they were hard ones. Like, you're supposed to like tell your story, you're supposed to help other individuals, and it's supposed to spread. There's something about you and your Mercury, wherever your Mercury lands in your natal chart, like literally do the research on that. I cannot like express that enough. You are meant to be a mentor, a master mentor in this lifetime. Well, as though you were shut down in the past, okay? Your past life impact on the present life is what you're going through right now in the current lifetime. Wow. It's giving, you know what it's giving me? You're 1 foot still inside the past version of you, and you're 1 foot stepping out into the new version of you, the higher version of you. This is impacting you, okay? The past life impact on your future from now. If you decide to stay 1 foot back and not lead yourself forward, you're exactly going to be in the same spot you're in right now. Whatever you're doing is poisonous. Because I feel like you've put a lot of shame on yourself. You might have also been looking for a certain type of love out of someone or out of people that just aren't meant to give it to you in this current moment. That doesn't mean they're not supposed to be in your life. That means that both of you, or all of these people, you're just supposed to separate from them, because it's not your job to hold on to their hand when they didn't hold on to your hand for being strong on your own. You're not supposed to be that. You're supposed to be the mentor and move on with life, because you have many other like-minded people who need you and your encouragement. Okay. All right. One last thing, and then I'm going to let you go on about your day and your life. Okay, babe? You got these sheep in the Chinese zodiac. Okay. These years, or the numbers of these years, could be really significant to you. Okay. It could have been born or around in these time frames. Who knows at this time? So 1931, 1943, 1955, 1967, 1979, 1991, 2003, 2015, and 2027. Okay. And the sheep is emotional honesty. It's growth through honesty. I didn't get to read the rest of everybody else's, but I'll read all of yours because this one was short. Heru, which is from Fruits Basket, okay, and is a sheep. Oh, you can't see it. Reminds you that love's mature when you communicate your feelings directly, even when it's messy. Love isn't perfect behavior. Got that? 45. I'm going to end it there. I love you so much, Team 3. I get down with you. I understand you. Okay. I have plenty of content on my channel. If you need further assistance anywhere else, I also have open book sessions. If you'd like to book your own personal session with me, I will contact you within 24 hours. And all of that is down below in the description. We can set that up. But I want you to keep your head up, because you are not powerless. You are powerful. And you need to aspire to be your most authentic self. Regardless, continue walking in your truest, highest authenticity. Okay, Team 3, I can't wait to see you in the next message. It was a pleasure having you here. Don't forget, like, subscribe to the tribe. I'm always going to bring a vibe. And I will see you in the next message, Team 3. Far out. Greetings, Team 4, and welcome to your past life regression. If you chose the image of the Dragon Balls, this is your reading of your past life regression. So, this is juicy. Yours came out with a lot of pre-shuffled cards. Nonetheless, they all added up, and I'm so excited to do this reading. So, start off with, were you a male or a female in a past life? Well, we are definitely coming out here with the King of Cups. You were a male. Okay, if you feel like you were, then you're definitely at the right spot. King of Cups. This also is giving me you were like an emperor or a king in the foreign countries of the Netherlands type of deal. You were heavily looked up to in a past life. Speaking of which, how many past lives did you have? I tell you. Okay, so we have between 2 and 5. Okay, you could have had just 2. Could be in your third life now. You could also have had 7. So we put 5 and 2 together. So between 2, 5, and 7 past lives if that resonates with you, those numbers, you could have had one of those numbers as a life path, okay? But male or female, you're definitely a male, but with a high regard of knowing what love is, of knowing what makes you feel like yourself. You were really embodied in the more joy in things, like not just the taste of foods. Not that you had an acquired taste, but like, you know, when you eat something, you also like love the presentation of it. Like, I feel like you embodied the pleasure of enjoying life experiences and embodying where that form of love came from. Like, very appreciative in this past life, Team 4. When it comes to partnerships, though, I do feel like you were very much taken advantage of, okay? Robbed in broad daylight. Okay, I do see there could have been a lot of infidelity happening here with your partnerships. You having a good fortune, these floozies marrying in to get some chunk of it type of deal, or to have some sort of title because you were born with a title and inherited that, say, title. Okay, when it comes to family, we have Judgment in reverse. This is giving me like, wow, that makes a lot of sense now that I'm actually diving in and tapping in. You were mistreated as a child in your past life, and I'm feeling as though it's because you had to be taught in order to rule this air, in order to be in the position of power that you were inclined. I'm seeing from Naruto, I'm seeing like Neji. He was always jealous of his cousin Hinata because she was a princess and he's just a mere like protector of the family line. Like, in a way, I'm kind of getting that. You had to train for this, but it's not like you wanted it. Like, we don't ask to be born, is what I'm hearing. So your family life with your maternal father and mother they couldn't listen to you without judging you. It is either you do as we say or don't do at all, and you're gonna get your ass beat, basically. That's traumatic. What's crazy is that your achievement in your past life, Team 4, was the 6 of Cups. Now, my jaw is really getting tight. I got Locker's jaw. But I feel like in these moments where maybe you could get away and have your sense of freedom, like going out in the fields, you had a partner in crime, you had a really close connection to someone who you embodied this sense of knowing love comes in the form of a person that you shared a deep connection with. I feel like this relationship or this type of interaction that you have with this certain individual, you definitely know this person today in this lifetime. They have made you feel like home when nobody else has made you feel like you were safe and a safe haven. Okay, but in the past life, this was a major accomplishment to you because you actually did get to meet someone who genuinely had the respect for you, had the praise and recognition that you needed in order to step into this huge role. Okay, your spirituality in your past life is the World card. And I like how this deck, it's a couple. I feel like you were very spiritual in your past life. You really did embody a sense of, I'm getting like, you were clairaudient, and you could have been clairvoyant, but you danced on Saturn's rings. You held a sense of accountability, and now my stomach is growling. You held the sense of accountability within yourself to see past the illusions that were thrown at you. It looked like 555. It was 6:55 on my time. Of the different views of how people emotionally treated you. So it's giving you actually ascended in your past life the sense of communicating with your guides and your ancestors and loved ones. You practiced this very heavily in your past life. Okay. Your fear of society was the King of Coins in reverse. And that's giving me that you feared that, what if I lost my title? What if all of everything that I've worked hard for is taken from me and I have nothing to give at this point? You did not want to be without, because I do see that you heavily appreciated giving the effortless coins plus the well hard-earned coins out to poverty, okay, charities, just being able to provide for the slaves, probably, or servants. Like, you genuinely had a heart of gold. Okay, so your fear was that you weren't going to be able to supply to those who really need it, because, you know, we're all one. We all matter in this thing called life, and we all come back to a full circle. And it's like you mastered this when you met this past person in that 6 of Cups achievement card. Okay, maybe because you had this already being born into a royal, you actually fell for someone outside of your demeanor of being, of existing in that time frame. And so it's like you could find a clear level of humanity and humility, okay? Like, just to give. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's higher than the other person. We are all trying on this earth plane. Your joy of society was the 4 of Cups card. Now, what's crazy is that in Team 2, they got this as their next card, which is the Dream of Society. But your joy of society was like, I want to come through and make it like you could enjoy everything around you. You weren't too picky. Okay. Even if it looked like garbage, something about it was alluring to the eye, fulfilling. I'm getting a lot of like this desire of feeling like you've accomplished something. Okay. And with the dreams of society that you've had in a past life, you had gotten the Ace of Wands, but in reverse. Okay. And you know what? That's given me a lot of the dreams of society that you had was not being able to show out. I don't think you wanted to be you didn't want to take up the air in a room. Okay, you didn't really want to be the elephant in a room. Like, you wanted to fit in. That's what it is. That's what it is. You were like such a black sheep back then, but in a respectable, poetic way. But it wasn't something that you really wanted. Like, you didn't want all that power, and yet you had it. That's crazy. That's not crazy. That's beautiful. But I mean, you don't hear that a lot. You know what I mean? Money doesn't buy everything. And clearly, you came to your senses about this very early in your life because of somebody. Because let me tell you, the bottom of the deck, I feel like whoever this person got brought into this lifetime with you. And you felt like it was instant, like, love at first sight is what I'm hearing. Like, you know this person, or you're going to know this person when you see this person. You're going to know that they are extremely loyal, extremely giving, just drawn to you. The eyes don't lie. Okay. So the karmic pattern in your past life as a child is the Three of Cups in reverse. And this does indicate, like, I'm getting siblings, I'm getting friendships, okay? Just colliding with people around you was an issue. Like, that's how much you were a black sheep. Although you had the power, although you had the money, although you had the privilege, you didn't have it to where you could feel comfortable expressing yourself in ways that you knew things that people would look at you like, how would you know that? Because you were extremely psychic. You were extremely ahead of your time, is what I'm hearing. But nobody accepted you. I'm seeing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like, come on now. You got picked on a lot for this shit, for real. So, a karmic pattern as an adolescent in your past life was the Queen of Cups. Okay, and that's really cool. You got the king and the queen out here. I didn't even notice that. But as a young adult, as a teenager, in your past life karmic pattern, you putting yourself first before everyone else was a problem for them. So whenever, God forbid, you were to, like, take care of yourself and actually do what you love to do and what you want to put your energy into, God forbid, you didn't want to step on no toes. Like, as a teenager in a past life, that was such an issue that you were actually authentic with how you felt about things, and you spoke up on it, and you removed yourself in patterns that just you weren't frequently aligned in, you know. As an adult in your past life, the karmic pattern that happened here was the Knight of Wands. Fully being in your character, fully exaggerating in your wildest dreams, okay? This is a karmic pattern that that's why this Ace of Wands is out here. Dreams of Society. That's why that's out there. All you had to do was sit there and look good. All you had to do was do the be the law, okay? Be the judge, jury, and executioner. You had one job, but you couldn't, like, live your life freely. You couldn't do the things that made you feel whole. Your soul never got that opportunity in a past life to fully just bands and make her dance, okay? At least if you're gonna get bands, you gotta do, you know, you felt like you needed to do more than just be the token king. Okay, I like riding too. Ride until I die. As an old age karmic pattern, we got the Four of Coins out here. You didn't know how to keep your values to yourself. Now, I get this in a sense when it comes to partnerships. There wasn't a whole lot of divorces that happened back then, most likely, but, like, at an old age, like, you didn't distribute your wealth. You see how my hand is itching? It's like you didn't distribute your wealth to the right energies. It seemed like the selfish people that were around you in this time really took advantage of this. It made you feel small for doing it too. Like, they weren't even appreciative. They weren't grateful. But they felt secure if they kept you at arm's length. It wasn't the fact that they cared about you. It was the fact that you had something they wanted and they took it from you. They took you for granted. So at an old age, I do feel like you sort of passed on in this sense of, I feel, Team 4, that you felt you didn't give it your best when you had this position of power. That you wish you could have done more, especially in the sense that you have that voice that you could have been able to speak up about it and you didn't. And that in this lifetime, that is giving me, like, that's a karmic lesson you're supposed to learn, and I will tell you why in just a minute, because you got like 3 fucking cards that indicate this now that it is all like clicking. So the karma that you brought forward from your past situation, like I'm talking about in this lifetime, but you've already like conquered this lesson in the past, is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, when you in this lifetime have sought out for help, you've went to the right people. Not this 3 of Cups in reverse. You actually went to the right people, and you were honest with yourself. You were honest with them about what's going on. Maybe this has to do with getting therapy, getting just major like help. Okay, maybe going and collecting a charity, or working at soup pots, or donating, and, you know, Salvation Army and things like that. Like you've went to your resources that maybe, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having assistance. There's nothing wrong with getting and asking for assistance. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with EBT. Okay? When you need help, when we need help, we're supposed to help each other. We are a society. We're superior. Okay, that one just came out of my mouth. We are superior to living life. We should be allowed and comfortable with asking others for help. We should. It shouldn't be looked down upon. But when you had this power back in the day, like, it was looked down upon, like, why are you so giving? Why are you so nice? And I feel like in this lifetime, like, you're not really supposed to be the one that's just giving. You're supposed to be the one that's being given to. So, like, you're magnetic to success, because that's the next card in your present. The karma brought forward in your present life is the 6 of Wands, which is success. This is others looking out for you the way you looked out for others in the past, but times 10. Like, you get the full shebang. You get the full carriage. Okay? And in your future, the karma that's brought to you is the Ace of Swords. This will bring you to the balance of a breakthrough, especially with mental clarity. Okay? It's already knotted. I'm seeing tie the knot. This could also be within a connection. Very possible, doesn't have to be. I do get a lot of air sign energy out here. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Don't have to be, but that's definitely prominent out here, especially Libra out here. Hold on, my jaw is really low. Yeah, I just see, like, you're good. Like, in this lifetime, you wrapped up so many knots of imbalance, of not feeling connected, but in this lifetime you will feel connected, especially within the future, and how that looks for you. Okay, whatever you want to accomplish in this lifetime, you will actually be free enough to do it, because not only do you embody this type of you embody it. Let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. There's so much going on here. Like, I'm just going like, okay. If you are wanting to know about unexplained fears or blockages that could be holding you back if you're on your right path, I am going to say you are definitely on your right path. You could be someone who is into keeping up with the moon cycles, okay? As a matter of fact, as I'm doing this reading, we will have a new moon in Scorpio in the next 2 days. That could be significant. A new moon, which is all about what is it? Renewal, new beginnings, having a clean slate, coming into a sense of being aligned with your manifestations. Not only do you want your manifestations want you. Okay? Very much tea, very much tea. If you are in a relationship at this time, and you're wondering if this is the one in this lifetime, we do have material attachment. Okay? That's where I kind of got stumped with you, Team 4, because the 7 of Swords really indicated, like, you must have married this person in this past life, and I bet you're with them right now, and they could want things from you, like, especially your time. They stay with you so they can have a roof over their head, or they can have a bed to sleep in, or they can take whatever they can get out of you. This is not your person. This is definitely not your person. This is the karmic coming back into this life, and they are here in this present moment. I'm speaking on a present person. If you're not with anybody, this could have been someone who you just fell out of love with or fell out of the connection with, or this is someone who's coming in that is really going to outline this type of behavior. They are going to constantly be asking you for money. They're going to constantly be asking you for things, like whether you're a man or a woman in this lifetime, it does not matter, but like you are going to be like on speed dial when they need light money, or they need someone to pay for their rent or their mortgage or their car bill or their phone bill. Like this is going to be someone who's going to constantly be asking you for some sort of substance. Okay. This could be also, this doesn't have to be money. This could be like, you know, literally, can I stay with you because I got nowhere else to go? Could try and baby trap you. Like this woman got pregnant, and so like they need a place for their baby to stay. I'm not saying like be cold and be cruel. I don't see you doing that, Team 4, but I do see you kind of being like, I'm doing this for you, but you're gonna have to speak up on the facts. Like, okay, you got such and such time, and then you got to go figure your life out. Like, okay. The abilities that you have, if you're not aware of it, we have wars and battles out here in the past life deck. Your abilities is you are a walking tower moment. Okay, past life impact on your present life. Look what you got out here. I hadn't even gotten this far yet. War, baby. War. I don't know. World War I or World War II or any of those worlds. I'm hearing the Revolutionary War. We also got on the bottom of... That's galactic. No. On the bottom of this deck was Revolution. You see how that works out? Like, your abilities in this lifetime that came with you is don't start no shit, won't be no shit, basically. Okay. Well, since I had started off with that, I will start that off with you in this reading. So your emotional influences in this life from the past life could be influences. I've only done you, Team 4, and Team 2 in this outfit. I'm going to change my outfit for Team 1 and 4, but it's giving me, because Team 2, if you felt called to it, you might want to go check it out. If not, that's fine. But they were heavily influenced back in the day by substance, by drinking, by something. You know what I'm saying? So the emotional influences that could have a chokehold on you in this lifetime could be this pattern. Not in a past life, in this life. You could have really picked up the bottle numerous times. You might have gotten the sense that you need help in this department, okay? This is past life trauma that's carried over in this life that's coming with you in this form to make you believe that this is what's going to cure your problems, and it's not, okay? Your mental influences towards these actions. We have discrimination and the law out here. Now, just as if you were a higher up in the past life, anybody who is above the law in this life when it comes to you, or thinks they are your mental catalyst. Anyone who thinks they're ahead of you has no fucking clue that you are divinely protected under a pack of spiritual royalty. You're just living it a bit different in this life, Team 4. Okay? Just remember that. Your spiritual influences in this life from your past life, we have brainwashed out here. Now, this, I'm not going to take this very far, but I will just say maybe you were forced to go to church or to be in a religious pack, cult, whatever you want to call it. Okay? This is something that I'm seeing, like, you have been around that Three of Cups in reverse type of energy at a young age growing up. You were forced to be in this life around people who were fake, okay, that did not bring you this Six of Cups energy, this Two of Cups on the back of the deck. They were just programmed. Like, I'm seeing robots, like they just had to act this way. It wasn't out of a place of love, like you've already embodied in a past life and in this life that you're trying to figure out in this life. Okay, it could be very difficult for you to place yourself in a scenario where people actually gave a fuck about you and your beliefs and your what you put out in the world because you want to put it out in the world. Wow, my throat is itchy. All right, so your physical influences in this lifetime, we have burned and ice disaster. The tension, the friction when it comes to you and some connections. Like, I think you get tired of this sense of being in a place of stillness, okay, of stagnancy, of nothing working out. And I am seeing heavy fire sign at this point now as well. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel like when you are hell-bent on an idea, inspiration, or the thought process that you've already like weeded out and eliminated how you see things in such a sequence order, if anybody tries to even tiptoe and skate on that ice, they kind of just they you know how to like weed people out in a way, like to where they kind of tell on themselves, or spirit is just that bold and ballsy to show you like firsthand, because that's like a earned privilege for you in this lifetime. Okay, you might be the type to lose your temper very quickly, okay, but this is a blessing in disguise, also a curse, but it's really a blessing because it's showing you the illusions and the what's going on behind closed doors that nobody is showing very clearly, but you are able to pick it up, sense it, and lock it down. Right. And you know what that means? The karmic debt that's owed you in this lifetime is a rise of civilization, meaning if y'all don't fucking act right, you're not gonna have me in your life. Team 4 is gonna be out, deuces. Like, we either gonna work together or we're not gonna work at all. 11:11 on my timer. Okay, period. Karmic lessons to learn is that, excuse me, you are a celebrity out here. You are creative. You are an influence. You're an influencer. Okay, I'm hearing God is my, or Jesus is my influencer. You could be out here as a content creator, okay, really putting out what you put your riches into. You are a rich human, and that's the thing about this war coming out for past life impact on the present, is like, I will do what it takes in order to be right, in order to make things right, especially in your demeanor, especially in the way that you just see justice. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. That's why your mental influence is the law. Like, you see or hear things going on behind the scenes that's not supposed to. You could be a police officer. You could be in the help forces, okay, firefighter, a judge, a lawyer, an accountant. I'm seeing like really like mental suggested careers, okay, where you really have to think, but you're thinking and helping the public. It's beautiful. All right, the past life impact on your future. You ready for this one? Is sanity and peacemaker. And I find that to be so rewarding, especially with this Ace of Swords as your future karma brought forward. It's like, no matter what, you're always going to do what's right. That's your future. That's what your future holds in this lifetime. Is that you you mesh together the awareness. I'm seeing you being chosen. You're a star seed. You're a light worker. You are definitely here to make a change on the earthly realms. Okay, so people can understand themselves and see themselves in a light that is deemed by demonics. Okay, lower forces that put them in a mindset to where they feel lower than what their soul is actually telling them that they can feel, like being high on top of the world. On top of the world. Okay. All right, two more subjects, and then we are good to go here, Team 4. So if you were wondering if you were a animal in a past life, we do have a bunch of birds out here. So again, a lot of air sign energy. But we have the hummingbird spirit, be here now. We have the sandpiper spirit, be playful. We have the eagle spirit, spirit has your back. And we have the koala spirit, spirit has a plan. All right. And with that being stated, the numbers that you could rock with or that you could have seen lately to lead you to this message is the number 34 or 7, the number 51 or 6, the number 23 or 5, and the number 38. No, sorry, maybe 35 or the number 8. Okay. Ooh, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8. That's so wild. Or count them backwards. But you get to actually enjoy life now. I love the be playful. I feel like in a past life you were forced to just do a bunch of shit just so that you looked perfect. I don't know why I'm getting like someone has a South Node in Virgo. So perfection could be like a problem with you. You could have the need, like OCD maybe type of feel, or just having to put out your artistry in a way where it has to be critiqued, it has to be perfect. And you could have a beautiful disaster and not know you're sitting on a gold mine from you energetically being aligned and good with how you feel. Okay. Now, the last bit of this reading I will put out for you, Team 4, is these years could feel like they resonate with your timeline. Okay, past or future, or these could be significant milestones in your life thus far. Okay, so we have 1932, 1944, 1956, 1968, 1980, 1992, 2004, 2016, and 2028. Okay. Excuse me. We also have this as the Chinese zodiac of the monkey. Okay. Self-acceptance before union. All right. The love that stays will mirror that peace back to you. I can't make it up. I can't make up half this stuff, especially after I do a full spread. I love when I get clients and they have no clue. They give me no clue to lead off of, and then when I can kind of lead off of what I'm getting, they resonate. And I've had many testimonies of this, and for some reason, it's all just like Team 4. This meshed together so well for you that it's time for you to come out the closet. It's time for you to be the loudest one in the room without any demands or any expectations out of you. Like, you get to live life freely this time and exude your love in whatever form that may be to the world, to the love of your life, whoever that could be, because I do see that in this lifetime you will definitely fall in love with life in so many ways. You're going to fall in love with it if you haven't already. I just see that you're going to do it, and it's going to be in your most abundant timeline. It's going to be so fucking great, Team 4. And I'm so excited, and I'm so grateful that you allowed me to channel and tap into your energy. and my stomach just went like boom. So it's telling me it's time to release. I do always encourage you to continue to walk in your truest, highest authenticity. Don't let nobody turn you the fuck around and tell you otherwise. Okay. If you are interested in booking a personal private reading with me, please do so. I will contact you within 24 to 48 hours. Just set that up down in the description below and we will get that handled. And yeah. Oh, also, if you are interested and you made it this long, if you are interested in a past love reading, please interact in the comments and say past love, and I'll get that snappy. I'll get that working for you. Like, share, subscribe to the tribe. I'm always going to bring a vibe. And until the next message, I can't wait to see you again. I hope you have a fabulous day. And far out, Team 4.